Hello everybody, welcome back to 7 Days. We are on the 2.0 Storms Brewing update. We are on day 30 and we're at the very edge of the desert biome. And it just started storming, so I'm not sure how long it's going to take for us to actually get outside and get ourselves moving on the snow biome. We're just kind of stuck here for a little bit longer. But we'll get the day started when it lets us. You know, I think in some ways that Project Zomboid has it correct. I keep joking about these books and everything else like that, but if you took time for your character to read the books and stuff like that, and you kept maybe the same volume over several readings, or the readings actually just helped with you learning how to do a thing, like it increased the percentage of amount of experience you get for a thing, that sort of item, it would give you something to do during the nighttime hours when you weren't setting up crafting, or it would also give you something to do during these storms when you're just sitting there, any of the books that you found, that you could choose a book and read it while you were waiting, and while you're just sitting there, your character's actually doing something productive. Or if there was like a chance of nursing a sickness while a storm is going on, that would actually give you something productive to do during a storm. But currently, there's really nothing you can do other than loot the place that you're in if you manage to get in a place. In this case, I looted it last night, and there's no other place close enough for me to get into, so I just have to wait. Let me push a button and let me meditate, that way I can get some extra experience for the next 10 minutes or something. After I get out of here. Anything. Something. Give me something to do during a storm. I was just doom scrolling, and this dude's doing the zoomies out in front of my building. There goes that. Alright. Finally! 2 hours into my morning, I can finally go do a thing. That poor chicken. Oh, there you are. Did you pay for this hotel room? Okay, this is stupid. That. Okay. Make sure everything is stacked with everything else that can possibly stack. Drop that. Drop that. Hold on to that. I mean, I'm not that far from the trader. Maybe I run this couple of things back to the trader before we head out.
Morning.
So,
What can I get you? Well, slap my toolbox and call me a mechanic.
okay. Pardon. For us to go over there and do the stuff and things we need in order to be able to move into this biome, we need to take those. The things that we need to do to finish out this biome badge is just spending time, which is like 10 more minutes in this biome. So let's head up there. We can just go straight up this road and do a little bit of hanging out. See how the locals are doing. Tell them hi. We've got mountain lions. What the heck is that? What is that road? Dude, that's a straight 90... Oh, man. Okay. It's a bad idea, that's what it is. It looks like there's a little bit of a town over here. Hang on. Let's scope it out, man. Scope it out. Is that the direction I actually need to go for the trader? My trader is a bit more up north. We can go smack a zombie or two. Okay, bye! Dude's head rolled all the way off. There we go. We haven't got much longer. Oh, really like just sitting here? Let's just take a peek over here. What's going on? Man, I got 3 minutes. I can look around. And a few more drinks. It's a truck stop, you say? Okay, okay. Does this connect up to the other town, or is it just whoa? It's just whoa. Okay, gotcha. It looks like there's a big town over there, and a big town over here. There's a big old mountain in the middle. How's about we try to find a connector between these two areas? Why is the cold coming back? I am still well within my time. Okay, I'm pretty sure this place splits off into 2 different areas. But let's just take a look at this one. Man, it's a good idea to know which town we want to move into eventually. In Savage Country? Psh, who needs actual clothing? That's for noobs! Only noobs wear real clothes! Me, I'm a noob. I'm wearing clothes. Oh, they have books in the apocalypse? Oh, yep. It's gonna be an epic battle. Come here, dude. I've got 2 frost claws that are coming this way. Don't do it. I guess I need to be careful. I'm actually running low on gas. But I don't think I want to be in this town. I think there's too little in this town. The city isn't big enough. Now, does my timer start over again, or does it just immediately start out where I'm going to die if I don't go ahead and use it? Yeah, it goes back to freezing. Okay, gotcha. Oh no! Pardon, dude? Hurting? I have to ask you to stop your thing, sir. I have come to terrorize your biome. Wouldn't it be cool if whenever you went inside, especially an area that was already being, I don't know, occupied by another human, ooh, they would actually heat it up enough to where you wouldn't have to worry about being cold? Yeah? I mean, that's just a thought. Just pick up everything and then we'll sell it. This time I'll try to refrain from eating all of the books. Survive and the snow is complete, which means I can go in here and talk to this trader and grab my badge. Okay. Hello.
Good job. Make sure and spend your reward on more guns and ammo.
Okay, yeah. I cannot take books, so no crafting bundles. I'm thinking the painkiller. Yeah.
I've got guns for days.
Okay.
Good
now
work. There's always more work to do, if you're interested.
Okay, now I officially have my other badge. Which means we can go ahead and start working on our wasteland badge. Which is radiated mushrooms, atomic smoothie, harvest some lead. Okie dokie. Now, like I said before, well, I think I said it in the last episode, there is an experimental version where these things have been modified. I have not gotten the experimental version because it has corrupted people's saves, and I have gotten too far into this one for it to corrupt my save. So we're going to continue to play in this version unless I find out it's a bit more stable and less likely to corrupt a save. So now what we need to do is we need to go back and get our 4x4 and get ourselves actually moved into this biome, which leaves us one more biome. And I'm not sure how quickly I want to go from this biome to the next biome. I was hoping to have this playthrough done by the end of this month, because I have something planned for next month. Okay, so if this one isn't exactly up to par, what I can do is go south and head for the other town to see if it's a bigger town. What we're looking for is a big city because I want them to be able to send me to... What are we on? Tier 3s? Tier 3s going up into Tier 4s. And those are definitely ones that I want to get into. Sadly, unless we push very hard for tiered POIs, we're not going to see the tier 5s in this playthrough. Though I do intend to stick around in the other playthrough for a little bit longer than this one. This one's totally about getting the badges taken care of. Which doesn't really mean much coming from the fact that in the next one the badges are done differently. Oh yeah, there's the big city. I see some big city buildings over there. And I also see yet another trader. At one point, they actually put it to where you couldn't find the traders just on the outskirts of town. They made it more complicated to find the traders, and then they immediately undid that. It's really weird. I don't understand why on one version they're like, here, let's make it easy to find traders, and on the next version they're like, let's make it hard, and then let's go back to making it easy to find traders. I don't understand this.
Have we met? A vehicle is good until it breaks down. My weapons are reliable.
Okay. You're selling a silencer, you know that, right? I'm not sure if it's just dangling around in your inventory without your awareness, but for someone who protests something being quiet. I mean, at least you've got upper tier stuff. I mean, it's not a whole bunch, but I do see some.
A high-quality firearm. You should at least take a job.
I'll take a job after I get settled. That's my first order of business, is getting settled. Last time it took me forever to get settled, and today it might. No, he's not accepting new customers. I'm sorry. Let's go find ourselves some sort of building to take over. Hi, Ed. How are you doing? Pardon, dude. There's a fire station right here. I mean, the upper floor on this one or even up on the roof would work. Unless, of course, there's a storm. Pardon, ma'am. Just making sure I got her. Have I taken over this building before? What is this? Who's fault? You can't blame that on me! You ran underneath my vehicle! Were you okay? Maybe he has emotional problems. I'm pretty sure I have. Let's grab some wood. Drop everything. Wait. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling you took my knife. Okay. Let's take a peek. What is going on in here? Oh, these are the apartments. I'm pretty sure I've been in here before. Dude, there's a book in here! Oh, she's not happy about that. She's like, no, those are rare! Karen and her bush. You know what? This is not bad for, you know, a layout of some sort. Hi, how are you? It's a bit far away from the trader, but it's not too terribly bad. You're right. I was in my pocket again. Just checking to see if I got an experience point. Blah? Who's blang? Who blad? Oh, dude. You need to stop your things, okay? Stop lying in here. I actually need to put some points into cardio. So I can, yeah, I'll put in a cardio and a healing factor and stuff like that and pain tolerance so that we get a little bit more resistance before we go into the wasteland, which would be a very, very good idea. Hi, how are you? Nice fancy elevator you have there. Not to pry, but shouldn't you be taking the stairs? Hello! Oh, I found the main loot. Hi, how are we doing? Which means there's probably a hole in the roof coming in here. Is this what, 3 stories up? This would probably work for a base. I don't want to go up all the way to the top floor. Okay. Hello? Don't... What did I say? Just broke the door for no reason. Cool, nail gun. Good grief. Is he still alive? He's probably still alive. Yes, he is. Dadgummit. Is she chasing that? She's chasing the wolf. Okay, okay. Alright, and this is how you actually— ow, 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 ow. Get up to this floor. Okay. So the only thing I need to do to make this area secure is to— Pardon, dude. No tours. I just got here. Okay. Is to put a block here somewhere, and maybe I could turn this lower level into the horde base. The only issue with it is this is all concrete, which means it's going to take a while, and I need to be sure of whatever it is that I'm going to do. Before I start building it, because taking it back down is going to be a bit of a pain. Okay. Bear? There he is. He ate a zombie. Not trying to get into the building, are you? It doesn't look like he is, so I'm not going to mess with him. It looks like he's after a zombie. Okay, so what I need is like a few boxes so I can set up. Where are you going? Okay. Oh, he's after the wolf. He was acting like he was going to shoot at the wolf. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, storage boxes are making. Okay, what can I go ahead and take upstairs? Let's go ahead and grab these. And find places for this. I can worry about getting the horde section taken care of, which is probably going to be the ground floor. Okay, let me go ahead and set out my water purifiers because we needs them. Well, my dew collectors. There we go. And then, of course, we are going to put our base here. Let me clear the floor of a little bit of stuff. Okay, that'll work. I've also got my workbenches. Where do we put these? Oh, hi. Hi. I was not expecting to give a tour this soon. I'm still working on it, my man. You're gonna have to come back later. Whoa! A screamer? I've been here for 2 seconds! Screamers are just broken. Last patch. Fixed screamers. What do you mean? You expected them to be more annoying? Is that what you were saying? That's what I'm hearing! I should have came up here and broke my arm for no reason. Oh, jeez. Do not— no, 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 no. You dingus. He's like, I heard this tour included wine. I hope you don't mind, I already started on it. I'm going to guess because he is over here doing this, that there's something inside of there that also allows him to get upstairs. Being cock blocked. Hey, I found your floor decoration. Get out of there, lady. Oh, Lord. She just fell through the planet. She just fell through the planet. There she is. She somehow Ma'am. The fuck are you doing, lady? Hello? Housekeeping? Cool. Dude, there's books in the apocalypse. Where's my jeep? My leg. Don't do it. Been here for 5 minutes, and every single time I turn around, you guys are trying to break something else. Stop. Okay, now, to minimize the amount of bad guys I've got coming straight up into my base, let me go ahead and take care of this. There we go. Stop. Okay, now I need to figure out what the heck is in here that they have been after. Yep, I figured there was a ladder. There we go. That ladder might actually serve as a better way for me to get back and forth to my base. After I get everything sorted, though. Just gonna sit here and we're gonna wait until first thing in the morning so that we can get some other stuff done when we're not going to attract so much attention. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the day. We are officially moved into the snow biome. Took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but we're here. We have got ourselves a floor and a potential for a horde base lower down. I'm not really 100% sure I feel okay with using this bottom area for a horde base, but it would keep us from having to look for another one and go ahead and get us set up to try and work on the next biomes stuff. So, I will see you guys next time. You have a wonderful day overnight and you stay shiny. Bye!